Hi, this is the first issue of Crystal that I've co-published, and I'm really proud of the 8 papers and 2 book reviews that are part of this issue. All the papers engage critically with current debates around the transformation of higher education and can be seen as a product of our recent pasts, including the student protests and the call for decolonized curricula. There are 2 papers who look at staff perspectives. In the opening paper, Crossing Borders as New Academics in Contested Times, Rink, Mohamed and Gachago, 3 new academics from differently positioned institutions in the Western Cape, supported by Behari League, an academic staff developer, reflect on their journeys of curriculum transformation at the height of the Rhodes Must Fall and Fees Must Fall movement in South Africa. Using a narrative approach and framed by Archer's social realism, their narratives show how new academics transcend limitation and separations between people, knowledge and curricula. Kumbi and McKenna's paper, Reimagining Academic Identities, in response to research demands at universities of technology, is a response to Garraway and Wimberg's call for reimagination of UTs within the South African higher education system, which was published last year. The article continues that conversation by looking at a specific facet of the identity of these new UTs, academic as researchers, which remains a contested issue as a social realist analysis of interviews of 15 academics at 3 UTs with dental technology finds. Then we have a paper that looks at student perspectives. Kap and Bangeni papers on Black working class students' negotiation of boundaries across time and space, a longitudinal analysis, shifts the perspective towards how Black students reposition themselves when they enter higher education, as they straddle the boundaries of home and the academy over time. Critiquing commonplace and homogeneous representations of Black South Africans as victims, as colonized by academic discourse, or as entitled millennials in the current debates about decolonization and higher education, they make an argument to reject, seeing students' experience as homogeneous and reified, separating identity from the process of learning. The other papers look at curriculum and course design. Gerber and Mestres, Engaging Head and Heart in Disciplinary Learning, Insights from a Threshold Concepts-Infused University Program, reflects on how curriculum and course design can influence disciplinary learning. They apply a threshold concepts framework which encompasses cognitive, affective and contextual aspects of learning to students' experience in a TCF-aligned cooperative learning program in economics at a South African university. Foregrounding student voices that offer representation of disciplinary learning as a challenging and transformative process, requiring the students engage with both head and heart. Radman's paper, Zooming In and Zooming Out, Addressing Ideology in a South African University Classroom, focuses on this heart part, exploring strategies to support first-year university students' attempts at unpacking identity. She argues that ideologically constructed notions of the other can serve to entrench divisions and effectively keep those perceived as different at arm's length. She offers 2 strategies, zooming in and zooming out, to enable students to engage with the ideological assumptions, including those relating to the identity of the other. Payat and Mitchell's paper, Affective Assemblages Matter in Socially Just Pedagogies, continue to engage with the importance of affect for socially just pedagogically practices, in particular against the backdrop of massification of higher education. They believe that a focus on and a sensitivity to affect provides a way to addressing this concern. Using an ethico-onto-epistemological methodology, they describe relationships that emerged from their classroom engagements in business and medical education, and suggest that an attunement to the affective forces circulating in pedagogical practices has the potential to transform conventional teaching habits and thereby promoting socially just teaching. Khumalo's contribution, Curriculating from a Black Archive, Marginality as a Novelty, argues that the Black Archive should play a crucial role when rethinking philosophy curricula. He asks 2 questions in this paper. How does the epistemic access that the Black Archive affords our context facilitate justice? And how does this help us in achieving justice? He considers certain key propositions, namely that decolonization facilitates epistemic access and that epistemic access in turn facilitates justice. Second, he demonstrates how these propositions require the Black Archive in order to be held as valid. And finally, he concludes by prescriptively outlining uses for the Black Archive, guarding against misappropriations that derail justice, safeguarding this corpus from epistemic arrogance that maintains that knowledge is valid only insofar as it is developed by white scholars. Finally, the last contribution to this issue is Nzibande's paper From Use to Influence, Student Evaluation of Teaching and the Professional Development of Academics in Higher Education. She makes a renewed case for student evaluation of teaching, or SET, against the backdrop of an increase in critical voices around SET, questioning its ability to effectively transform teaching practice in higher education. This paper shows that participation in self-driven SETs influence the academics' attitude towards evaluation, their sense of agency, creating a space for attentive and mindful engagement and an opportunity for sense-making and perspective-taking. In addition to launching this new issue, we have also revamped the Crystal websites and are experimenting with new ways of sharing the research published through this journal, such as the short video introduction to the papers collected on our YouTube channel. I hope you're feeling as challenged, excited, energized by these contributions as I am. On behalf of the editors, Daniela Gachago.